Hi guys, welcome back. Um, all right, so Libras, last night I told you guys that you were scheduled to still get a video today. We did a little bonus for you guys last night because I had a special request for Libra video, but today was the day I had intended, so here we go. You guys get another one tonight. By the way, I will be going live on my other channel, probably pretty much. Oh. Sorry, I was dropping a whole deck there. But I'll probably be going live on my other channel pretty close to right after this video. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Took forever to find a slot for that. Okay. Spiritual guides, card number 13. How would someone like to be more spiritually connected? Are there any unresolved issues from the past? And what magical qualities does one wish to possess? So, you know, that's what the card says, but I have to say sometimes I'm more drawn in by the imagery. And what I see is the arch, walking through the archway, walking through and into another time, another scenario, the life that I could have. I feel like this is more it's like we have a character who perhaps is sitting there contemplating what kind of a life do I really want to live. And I don't know that any character needs to talk to spiritual guides to sort that out. They just have to sit with themselves long enough to maybe even close their eyes and envision, this is what I would like to, like the way I'd like my life to look. If I could walk through a doorway into the life that I really want to have, what does that look like? And I think that's what our character is perhaps going to be asking themselves. Now, again, sure, this could be like, what kind of a person do I want to be? What kind of, I already said, what kind of, special powers or spiritual aspect does a character wish to have? But I don't look at it like that. I'm looking at it more like, if I could have any life, what would it look like? Asking themselves that is perhaps their avenue to connect to their guides, if you will. Like saying, if I ask my own subconscious, what do I really want? Or I ask my higher self, what is it that I really want? We have a Spirit of Pentacles. We have a present moment. We have the Lovers. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so if someone could snap their fingers right now and have the life that they genuinely wanted, it would be one, could possibly be one where they would like to have a very romantic life, a very fruitful life with a Queen of Pentacles. So that could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. It would be one that they would have it right now. Like they would want that to be their present life. They would want love, and they would want it to be long term. They would want to know that that person would choose them again and again and again, and there would be no doubt about that there's a secure and long-term stable connection. That's what this looks like. If a character could have anything, any type of life, this would be their ideal. But I think that the most important thing to me here is that they want to know that someone would love them long term, and stay with them. That would be the ideal. Now, does it mean that they already know who that person is? No, not necessarily, because we can't see this individual's face. And here we just see a bunny, not a person at all, even though this is a Queen of Pentacles. So maybe somebody says, I want to have a pet with the person that I love. And I want the pet and that person to make me feel secure, like we will always be in love and we can have this long term. That would be the ideal. Okay. Is there anything preventing a character from having that? Because if they know what it is that they want, I'm sorry, I'm glancing over and all I can see is a fuzzy tummy and two little hind legs straight up in the air. My dog is resting on his back on his couch over there. Yes, he has his own couch for when I do videos. Oh my God, that's too funny. We got a 5 of Cups. We got a 7 of Swords. I said, why is this not possible? We got a Prince of Pentacles. We got the 4 of Wands. Oh. So if this character knows that this is the life that they would have if they could just snap their fingers and make it be so, the obstacle here is that it feels like it's already been lost because there was some kind of lies, some kind of deception, some kind of running away. There was a lot of pride involved, and that pride lasted for a really long time. And although someone kept looking back over their shoulder, I'm almost wondering if they kept wishing that someone would chase them around, beg them, plead with them. It's like this character wants, just like here, they want to be secure that I have undying love. This might have been what actually happened. They wanted someone to chase them for a really, really, really long time, cry over me while I run away from you, beg me to come back, beg me for maybe this insane amount of time. In their mind, if only that person would have chased me and begged me for years, then I would have known that we could have been successful and then I could have been married to them. But instead, what happened is all that begging and pleading, it did happen and it was really hurtful to someone. And the pretense that I don't want this and I'm going to run from it wasn't true, but that's the way somebody behaved anyway. And their pride got in the way, so they couldn't come back in. And yet they know with all clarity that that is my person. But now it done been wrecked. I mean, these two cards are, that's not good. Fives and sevens tell us what needs to change. And a five of cups, seven of swords, those things needed to change a lot. And instead, the things that needed to not happen anymore continued to happen for a really long time because of pride. And what's weird is this person, like, they looked back over their shoulder continuously, be like, are you still chasing me? I want you to chase me. Chase me more. Chase me more. My pride demands it. But it's so crazy because in the midst of all this, they finally really acknowledged, I really want this. This is like the ultimate story of self-sabotage. Now, who did all the sabotaging? I don't know. I don't know if it's the Libra or the other person. The only thing that I see here, actually, I don't want to put that deck back yet. All I see is that we have big time sabotage. um, let's actually go with a change in tempo here. Let's go with this deck. In fact, no, let's go with an even softer deck. We need to soften this energy because there's already been some pretty gnarly mistakes that have been made. We got a page of earth that is sideways. Okay, I'm looking for the softer energy, but even here, it's kind of like the guides or the universe is kind of saying, well, what do you want to do? I'm not going to tell you what to do to fix it. I'm not going to tell you that it can be fixed. I can't present any information because really you have to first figure out, you know what you would want, but you also know why it's not possible. But have you gathered your thoughts yet enough to figure out how to even talk to your guides, how to talk to your higher self? That's kind of what the message is for this character. Please remember, these are fictional stories about fictional characters. But we definitely have somebody that made some pretty epic mistake. Okay, the sun is here. The universe keeps nudging this person. Get clear. And get clear about the best aspects, not the worst. Get clear about what are the things that they would really want, which we did that at the very beginning. We know what this character really wants. We see the life that they would snap their fingers and have if they could have it right now. But then I asked, why don't they have it right now? We saw the problem. But the universe nudges this person to get clarity again on all of the most beautiful aspects. Okay, why? Universe, why are you nudging this person to get clarity on all of the most beautiful things and clear-minded? Because Ace of Fire is here, followed by the Eight of Fire. Okay, so because they've got to focus their energy and their intention. This is like the Ace of Wands, and this is the Eight of Wands. So to get direction and to pour their energy into creating a solution, not continuously thinking about everything that has been just destroyed and demolished because pride was in the way and time has been wasted, but rather focus on the best aspect, which is really how we began this story, right? What does a character really want? What would their life look like if they could, wiggle their nose and make it be exactly what they wanted? Well, they do know what they would want it to be. And the universe says, okay, so put your energy toward the solution then. No, don't think about all the problems. Don't think about why this has been, dashed upon the rocks. Only think about what would the solution be. If our character needs to channel all of their energy in a positive way, how can they do this? Well, they need to communicate to this person. They need to get on their panda bear and ride forward. um, this is taking action. This is communicating, no matter how long it's been, no matter how much wasted time there's been, no matter how much sabotage there has been. If this character still really wants something that they always wanted, but they sabotaged it, put their energy toward the solution finally, for once and for all. Because up until now, we already saw they put their energy toward the running away, toward the prideful holding back on purpose to try to manipulate someone into crying over them, begging them to come back. I don't want to delve any further into why this character did all this, but it was all a lie. They did not want to run from the individual. They just wanted the individual to chase them and make them feel very special. We see this person as about a 7, 8-year-old, maybe 9-year-old. So it was super immature behavior. Even here, they're still coming across as a youth, not very much of a real adult. But they finally realize, oh my God, I sabotaged it with the one person I wanted more than anybody else on earth. Okay. So with that in mind, if they quit worrying about that, not quit worrying about it, but if they want to fix it, then put your energy into fixing it, is basically what the universe is very gently saying. And I wanted to go with a gentle deck because I know I can come across as like, bam, bam. Sometimes I'm a little too sassy. So I wanted to take it with that softness. And I like this. This is nice. This character needs to just focus on the solution. 2 of Cups. It's not really a surprise that we would see the 2 of Cups, 2 of Water, 4 of Wands. This is a person that they love very much, feel very bonded to, feel a powerful pull. And maybe that explains why they wanted somebody to prove that they loved them the same way, because they were head over heels about this person. And then they said, I cannot be at this crazy disadvantage where I love them so hard and they may not feel the same way about me. And then I'm going to stand to lose too much if I really let myself, open up and fall head over heels. There's no way they could love me the same way I love them. So instead, I'm going to stay away from them. I secretly hope they'll chase me like for so much time to prove to me that they really feel the same way. It's like this character, whomever they were, and I'm sorry, I still don't know if this is Libra or the other person. But they wanted somebody to prove that they felt the same way, but they couldn't just invest in the connection. They instead ran from the connection that they felt was so strong because they had this disbelief that anyone could love them the same way and as strong as what they felt for this person. So they acted like they didn't feel anything for this person, pulled their energy back, and then hoped and prayed that this person would chase them. Not mature. We all know that, but still, is this relatable? Yeah, probably super relatable. When there's a lot of fear that I just don't think that somebody could love me the same way I love them. So I just want to push it away and not feel that way about them. But secretly, I do feel that way about them, but I just want them to show me that they feel the same way. But I've put up so many hurdles, like emotional obstacle courses that'll make it so hard for them to get to me. I think it's like an episode of Frasier where the brothers are talking about let's have a really expensive restaurant where we don't do any advertising, and the outside of the building has no windows or anything, and so it's so exclusive that only the very affluent will want to come here. And it was just like, oh my gosh, so basically you want it to be so posh and so high end that it's a secret thing and only those in the know get to know about it. And it was just like, oh my gosh, it seems so pretentious, and that's what it was intended to be, is just over the top pretentious in that that storyline. And I feel like that's how this character was, but about love. I want it so bad, but I'm going to be super pretentious about it, act like I don't want it, have it chase me around. I'm super exclusive, I'm really hard to get. But really, it's like I want so badly for people to want to come toward me. I want so badly for this romantic partner to want me. But I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to shove them away. I'm going to let them hurt. I'm going to let them chase me. But all I want is for them to keep chasing me and prove to me how bad they want me. Okay. Not a good strategy. Not a good strategy. But universe is cracking the code on this and saying, okay, darling, so you really want this person though. You really want it to be different. Focus on the solution. Go in and give that love to the person. All that love that they held back, present that offer. Come in and tell this person, this is the kind of romance I always wanted to have. Are they going to, universe, please nudge them to tell this person why they did what they did? I think that's going to be pretty necessary, but let's see. What do I know? Maybe it's awesome to have these behaviors. I don't think so, though. Queen of Swords, Truth. Sideways and all messy, we've got an Ace of Air, which would be the Sword of Truth, the Wheel of Fortune, the Messenger of Water, the Hierophant, and the Page of Air, so Page of Swords. Okay, so they're going to have to first establish an open line of communication. And this is all part of the solution. How do they fix this? This has been going on a long time that these lovers have been in separation. And we're really only seeing it from the lover's perspective, who has come to the conclusion that I messed this up. I sabotaged this and I know why I did it. And I did it on purpose because I wanted the exact opposite. But now if I could just have anything, I would just have them. I would just have them in my life. It's like they finally exhausted their running. They don't want to run anymore. They actually just want to be happy. I don't want to talk about is it too late or is it not, because all this is about the solution, to come forward, to actually focus on offering love and emotion that was withheld for so long, offering truthful explanation that was withheld for so long. First, though, before they can even do any of that, they got to ask somebody. I feel like they have to lead with, I love you. I always did. Then they got to lead with, and there's so many things I need to convey, so many things I need to express, so many things, so many truths, if you'll hear me out. I don't think that this character could have been a good partner to anybody because they were too immature before. Sorry, but that's what we got on this one. So Wheel of Fortune says it wasn't the right time. It may still not quite be the right time, but at least this could be the right time for communication if the other person will hear them out. And that's a big if, because they're asking a lot here. But I will say they are finally listening to their higher self. They are finally saying everything that they really need to. And if ever there were a chance for there to be greater understanding, they probably have to be prepared to have some serious questions asked also, because I'm not sure that it'll be easy for the other romantic partner to understand. Why did you do that though? Why would you be mean if you loved me? Like there's going to have to be some open space for real communication. This is trying to gather information and understand things. It's going to require the other character to really connect to their higher self also, to be able to listen to these kinds of truths and then find the right questions to ask, and then see if they can really understand the answers and how they'll feel about those answers. Look, there's no guarantee that they're going to win this person back, but I will say, if they really love this person the way they say they do, and if they know they kind of did something rotten, then they need to focus on the solution. And that is to come forward with the emotion and with the genuine communication. And if that other person will hear them out, then there's a lot to be said here. And there's a lot to still understand here. We have Justice. We also have the Devil. This was messed up. We already saw that. We already know that. The Devil is fear. And this is, they call it the temptation card, but it's a devil. I don't know why this person was imbalanced, but the justice card is the unfair treatment, simply because their ego had to be stoked and there was a lot of fear. And they thought this was the best way to handle it. Maybe they didn't have any better tools in their toolbox, their emotional toolbox at that point in time. So they couldn't have made better decisions. Well, could have, but didn't. Okay. I always like to hold my fictional characters to the same standards that we're all held to in real life, which is we're still responsible for our actions. We can try to understand characters, but it doesn't mean that we're then going to erase the bad things that they did and just give them a total pass. Comprehending something, though, I think is important, even if it doesn't mean that they are going to now get what they want and it's like, oh, great, then everything's perfect and we should just forgive it all. I don't believe that. I think there should be good boundaries up in life. But I also think it helps to understand a situation, and it can change how much we actually can forgive and how much we can give second chances, or why we choose not to give second chances. But I think it's important to know why we will or why we won't. And we can't understand that unless we know, unless there can be comprehension, is what I would argue. So with this Five of Wands, this is going to be a hard sell. There's no way around it. Gigi Alexandra, thank you, Angel. You're so kind. Thank you. I just feel like for this storyline, there's a lot more thinking. This can't just be a simple situation where just because somebody comes in with this solution, right? They come in and they want to offer love and they want to say, this is what I did before I sabotaged it. Because it's going to bring up the other question, but you knew that you were causing me hurt and pain, and you still were okay with that. The reason I say this is a big revelation. You knew that I was really sad, but you wanted me to be more sad to prove to you how much I wanted you, because you needed that for your pride, and you needed that for a long time. How is that a balanced anything? I mean, I'm just asking the question because this Five of Wands sideways says, I think both characters are going to be struck with just how ugly that situation is. But you wanted me so much, but you would treat me that bad. That's what the injustice is. And that's what the real devil energy is. So I guess that my question is, and I would argue that the question being posed with that Five of Wands is, can we get beyond this? Or is this a situation that is like, I don't want to deal with somebody that could have been that toxic? We have a Four of Wands and we have a Four of Cups. Oh, this is a complicated and a difficult situation, because here's what sucks. There is still so much love here. There was a bond. There is a bond. This could still be a Four of Wands, but there is so much disappointment, so much illusion, so much disillusionment, so much regret. This is like the person that I loved most and wanted most is the person that I treated the worst. And now I'm having to admit it, and they are having to admit that, wait a second, you knew that that's what you did. And it's like, oh my God, it gets even worse when I say it out loud, It's, and yet here's the thing, for both parties, we have equal parts regret and illusions and disappointment, and we still have a bond here. A bond that is like, I can't help it though, you still feel like my person. This is so complicated. What is the answer to this, if there is an answer, right? Only these characters can decide what to do. But we can now like see everything all rolled out, and it's ugly and it's bumpy and it's got huge messes all over the place and holes in it, and it's like a big old tattered, what used to be a really awesome outfit has just been wrecked with bleach splatters and moth holes and stuff. The life that they could have had basically has been really tattered. But do we still want to cling to this? And the answer on this one, the remedy, I'll say, is to use the Empress's energy. Now, this is Libra and Taurus. We've had Taurus here also because we did have Hierophant. But the answer here, and the best way I could maybe describe this is, what is an Empress? An Empress is the energy of nurturing, and compassion and love, but nobody's doormat. The Empress is soft, but is also strong and has expectations. Just like I always like to say, a mother's love and a mother's shove. Sometimes, we want to scoop somebody up and hold them in our arms and help them and help heal them. And other times you go, well, you know what? You need to quit being a crybaby about it because you did the bad thing and now you got to be responsible. And the only way you'll learn is if you have repercussions. So no, I'm not getting you out of jail. You just did a stupid bad thing. And now, no, officer, keep my kid in jail overnight. They need to learn a hard lesson. I won't teach them anything if I bail them out or cover for them. So no, I will not cover for their bad behavior. The Empress finds a way to hold someone accountable, including themselves, while still being able to love somebody beyond measure. And there's a ton of forgiveness in this. So can they hold this person accountable and still say, I have so much disappointment in my heart, but that doesn't erase the fact that I have a lot of love also. It almost says that if there is a chance to piece this thing back together, it will happen because there is genuine love here. But here's the thing. Remember, the Empress gives the mother's shove also. They give the true expectations and the true accountability. So if this person is going to have a chance to work their way back into this character's heart, they're going to have to really consistently show up. It's going to be earning trust again. It's going to be, this character is allowing them to have space to grow and to acknowledge they already have grown, that they're taking some accountability for the bad thing they did before. But if they're going to accept this person back into their life, it will be with a, like, okay, but you're going to have to earn my trust back. It's not that they're going to set up like rules about like, you have to do this and then I'm going to check up on you and blah, blah, blah. No one's going to become the other person's mother in this per se, but it is going to be like, there's a huge disappointment here. I would like to see this person grow. I would like to see them make better choices. But at some point, I think a good Empress also says, but people are who they choose to be. Even, a mother knows that their kids choose to be who they want to be. We remember them as sweet little babies, but then they grow up and they make some bad choices and they are accountable for their own bad choices. I don't think that this character is going to be anybody's doormat. If this is our Libra, this Libra very well may choose to reconnect with this person, but it will be gradual. It will be over time. And it will be only if they genuinely can see true change in this person. It feels in this storyline like there's a real chance for this. There is a real opportunity for this. But because the Empress also has boundaries that they do not lower their boundaries and give people passes that they shouldn't. If they say, I really think that you were too mean-spirited, I cannot accept you back, period, then this Empress will know that and they will cut them free. We have the Magician, though. I think that this character is actually really wanting them to find their way. If they've already found a way to be accountable and they've really made changes and that is consistent, and this person really works very hard to reconnect and give the emotion and not sabotage anymore, if that's their real desire, I feel like this Libra character will see it. They will know, I can tell that you really mean it, because they're going to be sincere with what they're manifesting. So it all boils down to the sincerity level, and that only almost like remains to be seen. We end this story on a very good note as far as like, is there a sincere effort being put forth? There is in this story. Will it be enough? This story ends saying yes. But that doesn't mean that that's the case. That's, only time will tell. By the way, we end with a Virgo Gemini here as well. All right, I'm going to leave this storyline here. That was a bit of, it was a tough one for sure. That was a pretty tough one. All right, you guys, thank you, everybody. Lots of love to everybody. I will see you guys in the next one. By the way, I will be going live over on my other channel. Probably actually bounce over there. think I'll do one more zodiac here, and then I'll bounce over to my other channel and we'll do some free reads for my subscribers over there. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you on Tarot Dog Regretless Life with Aries. Does anybody have a suggestion on which zodiac they'd like me to do here next? Let me give you guys just a second if you want to throw something out there. I just thought I'd ask because, hey, we're all live. Hi, everybody. Ashley, thank you, honey. Hi, Sophie. Holly Pop, always great to see you. Thank you again, Gigi Alexandra. Loving Light Libra, thank you, hun. Thank you for being here. That's really nice. Find your way home. That's a beautiful, beautiful sentence. Rose L, thank you, honey. Hey, Brad. Jojo, good to see you in the house. Gemini, always. I hear you. Okay, Aquarius. Rise and Grind. I just released Capricorn right before this, so you'll already find a Capricorn video out there, okay, that I just did. All right, I see 2 votes for Aquarius, so that's where we'll go next. All right, you guys, take care. Bye. Sorry you got outvoted over there, Jojo. Bye, guys.